저희가 EDG한테 패배했었는데
한번 르블랑을 풀어주고 오로라를 써보자 해서.
그래도 르블랑으로 먹자. 제가 르블랑 할게.
오케이, 미 모르가나.
제일 자신 있는 걸로 가자. 르블랑 뽑아.
그렇게 해서 이겼는데
Faker has never lost with LeBlanc. EDG take down Faker. A Korean team has fallen in a best of 5.
이번에 그 MSI에 서력을 할 수 있다는 부분에 가장 기대를 많이 하고 있습니다.
SKT 就经过 MSI 后变强了很多嘛，当然我们 EDG 也变强了很多。
일단 저는 EDG랑 가장 만나고 싶었었기 때문에 이번에 조 편성이 굉장히 잘 됐다고 생각하고 어느 팀이 더 잘할지도 겨뤄보고 싶고 박살을 내면 좋을 것 같긴 한데 그래도 이제 예선이기 때문에 어차피 같이 올라갈 거라고 생각하고요.
也许打完小组赛，就是我们就会知道大概是个什么情况。但我觉得最后还是我们会胜利。
Lanes there, Renekton still extremely strong in the top lane, and Marin definitely no stranger to the champion, has a plenty of history with it.
So I got my wish that we're gonna get the counter pick in the top lane for Marin. He could pick whatever he wanted, just didn't have to wait because of course EDG had already shown theirs. We're not expecting Darius to go into the mid lane.
Well, Olaf made his appearance there, so...
Yeah. Wide champion pools here. So interestingly, SKT have been able to counterpick on every single one of the main carry roles here. Sivir after seeing the entire bot lane matchup, Renekton after seeing Darius, and they've saved Faker's champion for last year. So you'd expect that SKT would like all of their lane match. None of them should be too hard of counters.
2 armor buff. And now,
don't forget 5 AD on Warrior.
Yeah, see, you're so quick to dismiss Darius mid. Could swap the Echo if you really wanted to.
I think Echo is a really safe mid lane pick. You can farm against basically everything. So I heavily expect this to go into the mid lane, and it's again, Faker, you don't really have a specific counter pick into it. It should be at least an even matchup at best.
Yeah, by the way, for people who haven't been keeping up with the patch changes, the reason we're assuming that Echo is going to be solo lane full AP is because of those recent changes. A big nerf to the tank Echo jungle build.
Experience on maybe your top laner, so it becomes so much more difficult for you to get those 5 dragons.
Faker!
Well, shield comes up for Pond. They're going to go for the play. There's the jump in, and oh, man! It took him 11 minutes, but Edward Gaming first bloods Faker.
That will make taking the second dragon a bit easier.
It helps. Yeah. A lot of wards though from SKT towards this bottom side. They have pinks in the river. They had one on the other side, and yet Faker in the end gets caught up because the roam coming up from Mako, joining with Clearlove. These two guys together, they're going to shut down SKT, or at least going to try.
Marin's
so far,
heading down, and Faker has teleport when he revives in 5 seconds. There's wards right on EDG. They're not going to give this one up. Amazing Jay's going to have to join the team, I think. There's the ulti in for Wolf. TP in, but down goes the support. Edward Gaming 2-0 to start, but now Clearlove gets attacked. That's a trade kill back in Pond. Now stuck on top of the dragon. Faker gets his first kill of the game, and then still trades back and forth, but EDG are routed. 3 dead so far. The dunk, it's going to make Bang please. Yes, he's not going to survive it, but SKT gets more kills and they get the dragon.
Woo, they're able to stop the stacking. What a call there from SKT. Able to clean it up and pressure down bottom as well. Dragon achieved plus bottom lane turret pressure. They might even get deft here. Faker's going to cut him off.
You want some farm.
All right, the 2 solo laners. Here comes the teleport from Amazing Jay. No, it's going to be Pond, but Def's already dead. Marin has Aga, but he's not taking any damage. Pond tries to set up the stun. He will not catch Faker thanks to the flash. A bit of damage on a Marin, but can he really do much more than this one?
Push it down instantly. It's easy for Marin to push down the top lane, and again, the top side of the map just belongs to SK Telecom.
Uh-oh. So much damage. Yeah, Marin trying to chunk him down. He's got a lot of damage this one. A couple more spells will do it. There's the hit, and wow, the solo kill.
It's going to be there.
And I like this move here from SK Telecom. Take your split, push it down to the
there it is.
Flash and Def with the Rune Prison.
Oh, the Q lands, and that's going to be the kill. Ult not needed. Faker.
Gloss over it. It looks like Bengi here trying to work on some true sight, and Faker goes in.
Finds Clearlove and a ton of damage right away. They try to burst him back out, but Faker's totally safe. Clearlove running away as fast as he can, but it's not good for Pond in the mid lane. He's getting a lot of damage on him. A knockup comes back through thanks to Mako, but look how little damage Marin is taking. The Echo finally falls. It's a 1-0. SKT had to work for. Oh, close one there. Amazing J nearly pulls in Bengi. He didn't have a lot of support near him. It would have been a bit of an effort, but here comes the push back in. Mako in the front lines will get pulled back, but now Pond is alone in front of the enemy team. He's going to ult to run away. Marin still tanking up in the front line. Amazing J now the sole tank in this one, and it's a little bit of knockouts coming through. Faker now getting attacked. Big shields, but he's going to go down. Deft is still alive in the background, and Bengi's going to be next, but there's still damage coming through from Marin. Pond will drop down, and it's a 2-for-1. The chase can continue. Marin's not far. He smells blood.
Yeah, he's got no flash though, and chasing a Callista, very frustrating.
There's
Doesn't
a
want to
minion wave
get
coming.
guided.
EE into Q. Summoning he'll use for the movement speed. Def will get away, but it's a 3-1.
Just push the advantage over and over, and Sivir buffing them up, they're going in.
And here they go. Def's going to get cleansed, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Faker picks up the kill. Mako's next easily, and there's really not much that Amazing J's going to do on this one. Pond pops Yildi for a bit of damage. Zone needs to buy some time, but who even cares anymore? SK Telecom T1 barely take any damage as they ace Edward Gaming. It's just a formality now for the Nexus. That's going to do it. 3-0 start to the World Championship. SKT undaunted take down Edward Gaming.
We had one big team fight where it looked like EDG maybe could come back. I even thought the Echo got into the backline with his ulti, but it was just him stunning him, so there was no damage, and that was really the story here for EDG. Once they fell behind, they never had enough damage to kill the front line of SK Telecom, and it bought so much time for Faker and Bang to just safely sit there, and even Marin, of course, with this Renekton being a monster and just taking out 2 or 3 guys every time.
EDG very clearly focusing heavily on the Dragon. As you mentioned, giving up a lot for it in the lane swap, and then after the kill on Faker, rushing over to it even though Faker had his teleport up and the death timer so short in that period of the game.
Yeah.
SKT were able to swing it back in that moment.
It was basically 2 Dragon Calls. Level 1 or level 2 in the lane swap, and then the one you mentioned, but we saw both teams go for the Western lane swap in the start with fast pushing the lanes, you know.